Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Trader Steve here at Logic FX Trading, and welcome to our trading room summary on Monday, the 18th of May 2020. Guys, it's a little bit of a mix-up at the moment. Last week, Chairman Powell of the Fed said the things weren't looking so good for the American economy, and stocks started to fall. Now I've been looking for a drop after the push up that we've had. So I thought, well, here we go. This is the start of it. And then over the weekend, maybe someone had a word in his mouth. He's come out and said, oh yeah, but the American economy will recover by 2021 and will not go into depression. So overnight, all the stock markets went long. Overnight, as in late Sunday, early Monday. So we're still a little bit unsure of what's going on, guys. This is on the China, but they're all interrelated, guys. Is this some sort of leading diagonal before it drops? Or is it a bullish flag? In other words, it's a correction, a partial correction of this move up, and then off we go. I would like to think, if you take this out and look at it in the 4 hours, now guys, don't be trading all of these, pick one of them to trade. We had the drop down, we've had a recovery back up. Certainly you would like to see a bit of a pull down, maybe even just into there, before you would try to trade these long again. Having said that, look at how they've been moving. It could end up doing something like this, and then I'm looking, and saying, well, we thought that. The problem is with trading guys, is that you have to look for the high probability situations. And if this pulled back down into there, that would be a much higher probability of it going long from there than there is of it going long from here. So that's what I look for. So sometimes you just gotta be patient, and if something goes and you're not in it, just let it run, because it wasn't a high probability situation, guys. If we look at the Aussie, it's running sideways at the moment. Could possibly just continue to run sideways until we get out of lockdown. Don't be the whole world until the whole world gets out of lockdown, or certainly the Western world, plus China. But China at the moment is seeing a resurgence in Wuhan. Let's see how that goes. And maybe it will be very quickly stamped out again, or maybe it will get out of hand again. We'll have to wait and see what happens. The Nikkei at the moment, the information coming out. Listen, these charts aren't particularly good for these. You can see all the jumps and the gaps. Essentially, TradingView want you to pay them more money to get good stock market charts. But in my live recording, we use the charts from somewhere else for these, from my broker. DAX. Yet again, we were looking for this to drop. You can see what it drew the other day. The reason it drew that little bit up, and so far that's what it's done, this is the German, is because when we looked at this on a better chart, this just looked like a little bullish flag. It actually looked like a little flat correction, and often they'll just pop long before they drop again. I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen, but it was what we were expecting the other day, and we said, well, if that happens, then let's have a look at it and see if it's going to drop again. If you look at the structure, lower highs, lower lows, guys, that at the moment is the direction of this particular structure. Whether it continues in that direction or not, I don't know, but I wouldn't bet against it. In other words, I wouldn't bet from here that it's going to do that. Can it do that? It can, but this isn't the place to bet on it. It was either down there, or if it dropped again, then from here. Don't be betting long from there, folks. France, because you could get away with it here and now. You could get away with it right now, but if you look at that structure again and you try that, the odds are you'll not get away with it. And you need to trade in such a way that it's consistent, guys. Don't rely on luck. Although luck is a big part of trading, that you happen to get in at the right thing at the right time. But there's also bad luck in trading, so don't increase your bad luck by getting in at the wrong places. Yet again, looking at this structure, you can see that same thing on the CAC. Pushed up, there's been another little push up, hasn't broken that top, hasn't broken that top. Is it about to drop again? Is the trend down? UK, yet again, there's the same structure, guys. It's popped again. So far it's resting. Of course, it could turn out to be an impulsive move up. I doubt it. There's too much uncertainty. I actually traded this one, guys, and of course got in exactly the wrong place because it popped. I thought it was going to pop, but the thing with me said, well, you know what, if it doesn't pop and it goes short from here and I haven't actually got into it, then I'm going to miss it. So I went short there. It's gone long. I'm hoping now that it moves on down. I picked the UK because UK Brexit hasn't gone away, guys. There's problems with between the UK and the EU at the moment. They haven't been able to make any progress. So, you know, I think they're all going to drop. But, excuse me, the UK might just drop a bit further and a bit faster than the rest. Excuse, folks. As usual, the Nasdaq has, you know, gone crazy. But yet again, it still hasn't broken that top yet, guys. Could there be a drawdown here? I wouldn't trade this one short before trading one of the other ones short. In other words, there's more likelihood of this surviving because it's tech based, guys. There's more likelihood of this staying high than there is for the rest of them. S&P, well, this will not open at the moment, guys. This will probably pop up. I don't think it'll break that top because none of the rest of them have, and we'll have to see if it starts to fall again. Then maybe you decide, okay, I'm into this because there's the structure we're trading. Remembering that these structures, and you can go and look, you'll find them everywhere, where you have an impulse, you get something that looks like that, and you say, hey, that looks like a bullish flag, and it turns out to be a leading diagonal in the bearish direction, guys. Of course, it works the other way around as well. And then from there, then you get your push back up. So because of that structure, I'm very, very wary. I'll not be trading it in either direction. But I have chosen to take the UK short. But maybe it'd be better to wait for it to go short and then start to trade them long. Dow Jones will be the same thing, guys. As I was saying last week, I got short on it there, rode all the way through this, almost got stopped out. Thought maybe this is the one that's going to go, rode through it again, and then got out of it down here because I thought to myself, oh, I'm tired of being in this. It's come back up. It'll probably pop up a little bit more today. Yet again, the same structure, folks. Just looks to me like it may do that. Okay, that'll do us for today, guys. As far as DXY is concerned, it's continuing. This is the dollar index, continuing to hold the line that we talked about from weeks ago. We said it would do that. It's continuing to do it. It could pop up again a little bit, maybe come off again. I don't expect it to go out of this for a while yet. What will make it come out of this will be one of two things. Either we get out of lockdown, the world gets out of lockdown, and we start to recover, in which case the dollar will drop because it's up here because of safe haven. It'll start to drop. Or we get a second wave and the dollar could pop again, guys. But in the meantime, it will float. So I'd be betting on that in the meantime until one of those two things happens. Okay, guys, that'll do us for today. Speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.